Hey everyone, what is up? Tim here with another Resident Evil Village, I guess, video. And I want to say thank you for all the amount of support that has been brought to the channel from my previous Resident Evil videos. So thank you, thank you. The amount of support on that ending reaction, though. That ending in this game, man, is crazy. But, yeah, just thank you so much. I didn't expect the amount of like support to be coming through, and along with the views. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel and haven't bothered to, maybe you should, because I do like talking about Resident Evil, talking about a variety of other games as well. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Resident Evil as much as you are. So for today, we're gonna be looking into on some behind the scenes footage that many people have been actually talking about, and I'm very curious how it is, and I'm looking forward to it. So for today's video, we're going to be reacting to it, and also I want to let everyone know that my compilation and highlights video will be coming soon when it comes to my whole playthrough of Resident Evil Village, so please stay tuned for that. And maybe that's why you should subscribe as well, so you can keep up to date whenever that video comes out. And also, please follow me on my other platforms, Twitch and Twitter. Links in the description down below. Anyway, let's get into it. This also reminds me of like looking into the DVDs back in the day and looking at the behind-the-scenes footage in the menu. So yeah, let's just look into it. I do have the movies. So here are the movies. Now we're going to be reacting to, I guess, 4 videos. I heard these weren't super long. So we're going to look into this. This is going to be super interesting. I'm excited. So we're going to look into The Tale, which is very Tim Burton inspired, which is creating the Village of Shadows. That's how I looked at it. Final version. So they're showing a final version of it. And the animation is actually really good for what Capcom has made. And like I said, very Tim Burton inspired storyboard. Okay, so we're going to show some concepts of it. That's crazy that how they envision it. This is like, it looks so plain here, right? But when they actually finalize it, it looks so good. They clearly had a vision for this tale that they wanted to animate and present towards us. So here are the character models. Now, was this being used with the RE engine? Is this all RE engine based? Oh, what did they blur out? I guess they blurred out the subtitles, or I guess versions of the... I don't know. I really don't know. So, oh yeah, I read in the comment section also, the tale was not just based off... It wasn't just a random tale. It was really just based off RE8 in general, which obviously makes sense. And showing that bat there represented the Dimitrescu's, I guess Lady D herself, along with the other 4 lords. This represents Donna, the one with the doll. But she's a Reaper here. And then the next one, it shows a fish, which represents Moreau. And then the horse represents Heisenberg. So it's nice that they actually included the RE8 storyline within this tale. I thought that was pretty impressive. Look at that. Yeah, so yeah, this is supposed to be Moreau. Really good sketches. Animatics. Final version. So for those who are animators, please let me know. Give me some insight about this when it comes to the process of making this. I'm just looking at it as like of how obviously they developed it, what they're just showing. But I'm just really impressed of how they literally made everything come to life. It's so good. And here's Mother Miranda herself as the last spooky villain in this tale. There's a dad. Gosh, man. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tear up again just thinking about the ending. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't super long, so we're gonna get through all these. Again, that was really a good little extra animation they put in the village. You know what I noticed about RE7 is that, or not RE7, RE8, is that there was just so much love into this game. You could tell that they really, really were doing something different, ambitious with this game, man. I highly recommend you guys buy the game. Okay, for $60. Whether you get it on sale or not, it's worth the money. Worth every dime. Alright, level design of Resident Evil Village. Something we could actually really look into with its gameplay. So let's see how they did it with the alpha version. I assume they're going to show the alpha version. Oh, some commentary. Nice. Nice, nice. Look at all these concept arts. We will be also reacting to concept arts in a future video. Start with my job as a level designer. Suda did a great job. Emotional experience based off the concept for the game. Wow. Wow, look at that planning. Holy shit. I go back and forth to make sure. That's crazy. See, that's how much work they put into games. Games are hard to make. My job to make the game scary and suspense. He did a great job on that as well, because there was a lot of suspense throughout the entire game with its environment. Yeah, there's just so much work into this. Holy shit. Was a challenge because we needed to create a whole new horror experience. It was a challenge that they actually completed, though. I mean, it wasn't... I'll talk about the horror stuff later. Oh, it's that... Oh, it's the room! It's the dollhouse. They did a great job also. Well, like, I mean, obviously the exploring could have been done way better, but for what it is and something that's not seen in any Resident Evil game, the exploring was actually nice to do. This game is like, it's really good. I really enjoyed this Resident Evil. See, it was pretty short. Okay, so they talked about how it was a challenge because they still had to make it into a horror game, and obviously that is a big challenge because horror varies to different amounts of people. But I think they did a great job for the amount of suspense and like thrill we had with this game, and along with the horror, especially at Donna's house. Oh my god, you know, it's the best creation they have ever did when it came to horror. And I believe the fact that they were able to execute all these well, I believe they were still able to amp up the horror more. But in an article, I think it was in the IGN article, it was turned back down a notch with its horror because a lot of people, I think in Japan, well, I don't know where they get their surveys from people, but I just assume from Japan because that's normally where a lot of Japanese games get their feedback from, right? A lot of Japanese players or people who played the game said that it was very, very scary for RE7. So they wanted to turn it down a notch and make the game still have that horror factor, but they also wanted the game to be more fun to play. So that's what they did. And listen, they executed that correctly because I really enjoyed... I'm still replaying it to this day. I'm still working on some certain runs. Like, I'm on like my hardcore new game plus run. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do in this game for post-game stuff. especially with Mercenaries mode. And man, just imagine if they didn't hold back, they would have really made a scary game. And maybe later on in the future, we could actually have a really, really good experience of action and a lot of horror in Resident Evil, because I really wanted them to amp up the horror for this. Like when we got a dollhouse or Donna's house, I wanted more. I wanted to be really scared. I wanted to be really, really freaked out more. But it kind of ended shortly in a way to me, but I still really enjoyed it for what it was, and I really wanted to see more horror in the game because I believe they could really do it. It's just that they wanted to take it down a notch, which is a little bit unfortunate. I understand, but man, please, Capcom, please make the game really, really scary next time. That would have been great. Man, it was so different to experience that in a Resident Evil setting as well, because it was very Silent Hill-like in Donna's house, which I really did like. Okay, we're going to look into the visual development along with the production. This is going to be interesting because I praise the RE engine so much, and I think it's literally one of the best engines ever created. The engine is just... It just has that black magic, and it works well in every single console or PC platform we know. So, it just works on every goddamn good machine, program, whatever. Alright. Oh, damn. Look how detailed that is. A target detail created... Look at that! That's kind of gross, but at the same time, it's like... Oh my god, it's even shown the pores of the skin... Wow, it's that detailed. You can zoom in that much. Character design. He had his own even... Oh, the model was a little bit skinnier though, compared to the concept. But hey, they got it done though. Yeah, see, look how detailed this goddamn game is, man. Character model creation, look at that. And then the final stuff is here. Now his model was kind of... It looked weird when he looked straight at you. See here? His mouth is like way too big. He looks like a frog. The RE engine does... When it comes to its face models, I feel like there is still some flaws here and there when it's being animated. But for the most part, it does do a great job visually of just representing of what that character is. I mean... The Lycan also is one of my favorite character designs or enemies in Resident Evil of all time. The Lycans are so good. And the face like is really freaky. Look at that. And it gives that typical horror feeling to it, which I do like. That old school horror feeling. Oh, this one looks like Dumbledore. Okay, concept... Or the concept design here. Looks like something you would see in Harry Potter, not gonna lie. See, it's Dumbledore. Again, we are gonna be reacting to a lot of the concept arts because they put in notes. They did put in notes in each concept art. So I'm gonna be reading that in a future video whenever that's gonna happen, because there's like 100 something concept arts to see, so I'm gonna see that. I want to read more of the notes. Look at the environments though, that's crazy. The fact that they went through so many times polishing up the environments as well. Look at this. See, game development is really hard. Look how many times it has been changed. Multiple times until they get the vision right for it, until it's well detailed, very, very polished. Holy crap. And this is my favorite part because I do like the waterfall in the background and the house. It just brings that whole spooky vibe. I love it. At the same time, it's very beautiful. By the way, you guys are also witnessing the alpha version of the game. This is the real alpha when it comes to it. Okay, this is the full version, but here, this is the real alpha. That's why it boggles my head of saying, oh, you know, when they present an alpha to us, and you're like, oh, hey, you could play our alpha now. It's just kind of weird seeing that it's basically we're playing a somewhat of a polished game still. Alright, visual production. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to see some motion capturing and acting from, I forgot her name, no disrespect. But, yeah, she is the voice actor for Lady D. She did a great job. And also motion capturing in LA. Final version. So this is right off the bat. We're gonna see Mia get shot up.
I don't understand why you are so...
What the hell? Mia, get down!
Notice how they're sort of stiff. You know, when she was getting shot up, she was.
Fuck? Sorry, Ethan.
He said, "What the fuck?" here. That was he had more emotions here compared to the full game because he said, "What the hell, Chris?" in the full game. But yeah, notice how they move a little bit more stiff.
No.
And I think they have to do that purposely because the suit doesn't really capture every motion. He's doing Lady D's scene. That's the director, by the way, for RE Village. Hey, as much as it looks funny to you guys, this is how stuff is made. To get the vision right. Like, there's a lot of stuff when it comes to it. Like, video game development is hard for AAA titles. But that's insane, you know, that's nice to see. The director literally was telling them. And also, I think that this certain footage that we're seeing, I think it's references for the animators to use. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. See, that's crazy. She has to envision all this stuff in her head, too. There's literally nothing on set other than stuff to support her for the stage, for that certain scene.
I won't let you down. To hell with the ceremony! That man will pay for what he's done. Furthermore, I can assure you.
Oh, there's Angie.
My daughter's urged to deliver the finest cups of his slaughtered blood.
They're having fun. They're really having fun. Sorry if I'm covering the gameplay, by the way.
Give him to me.
Oh, Heisenberg.
Let's see what you're really made of. Ethan Winters. Let's see what you're really made of. Ethan Winters.
A lot of people were saying they feel iffy about his acting. I actually liked how he portrayed Heisenberg. Like, I actually like it. Oh, it's the vampires.
Man, blood.
Oh, there's the I wish we saw more alpha footage. That would've been great. Another little gruesome scene. Okay, so that's it for the behind-the-scenes look of Resident Evil Village. I think it was nice to give an insight. I feel like more games should do this. Provide more little behind-the-scenes footage. So that, I feel like, other people could understand how games are made. There's a lot of ignorance, within the gaming community, and it would be nice to have this sort of transparency with the player. Because I think that's what the community needs. We need some transparency sometimes to understand why they did this or did that. And again, this was such an insight to see, and yeah, like I love the game to death, honestly. and it's just interesting to see all these sort of concepts in the game that are literally come into life. I think that's the crazy part. So I did buy, by the way, all the concept art here. I think I have all the concept art. I don't want to look at it just yet. I only looked at like the first or like certain ones. But I haven't literally seen everything. There's just so much to look into. And yeah, I purchased everything so I can make the video later on. We're going to be reading the notes when it comes to the extra content shop. Or I mean, the concept art. So I'm very, very excited. Very, very, very excited to see a lot of these concepts in the game. Also, by the way, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. There'll be a whole highlight and compilation video coming soon of my whole Resident Evil walkthrough. It may be in parts since the walkthrough is pretty lengthy, so it's gonna take some time to be cutting down. I haven't worked on the video yet, but it will be worked on later this week and hopefully be out later this week or maybe next Monday. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you for all the love and support that has been brought to the channel again, and I hope to see you guys soon. Peace off and have a great day.